right. Welcome, 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 everyone. This is Tracy Una Wagner with Versatile Inspirations. And today we are going to be talking about if you have a spiritual business or would like to have a spiritual business. I'm hoping to give you some tips and tricks and maybe some ideas on what you can do to expand your reach into the world and to find those that are aligned with your message, your talents, your gifts, so that you can shine your light and the perfect clients, the perfect people that you should be working with can come to you. So let me screen share and we'll get started. All right. And like I said, today we're going to be talking about your spiritual business. Maybe you have one. Maybe you're hoping and dreaming that someday you have one. But it's very simple. It just takes a little planning or a little outreach, and then you can find those people that you are meant to be working with easily and effortlessly. So let's get started. So, who am I talking about with the spiritual business? So, that can include light workers, those people that actively shine their light that would love to have people come to them for healing, for guidance, for messages, and the like. Also, if you're an earth angel or you kind of feel like you're an earth angel, you can own a business, a spiritual business that will bring in the people that you want to help, no matter what it is that you want to do to help people. Heart-centered people. This may sound like a big leap to a lot of people that are heart-centered, whether that is animal communicators, people that just want to really help others, or maybe you're an empath or a sensitive. Sometimes owning your own business, owning your own spiritual business even, just sounds like a big leap, and it might feel scary to you, but it doesn't have to. So we're going to talk about ways in which you can actually shine your light for others to come into your sphere. And service workers, anyone that does any kind of service for others. That includes people in the medical industry, people in making products industry. Maybe you retail different products. Maybe you create books or workbooks. Maybe you create t-shirts or mugs or sage bundles. It doesn't matter what it is, but you can be termed in the service workers. If you don't like the light worker or earth angel or heart centered, then you can just term yourself whatever it is that you want. And this includes you as well. So, what kinds of modalities am I talking about with having a spiritual business? So, we can talk about EFT or tapping, acupuncture, or any kind of modalities that use the meridians for energy healing. Anyone in the medical industry that has a more holistic approach, that holistic approach is more than welcome in the spiritual community. And you're finding that a lot of people go between both. They'll go to someone that is very open to spiritual leanings, whether that's acupuncture or massage therapy or things of that sort, even chakra healing, energy work, tapping, things of that sort. If you're in the medical industry, that can be nurses and doctors and chiropractors, anyone. There's a lot of people out there right now that are combining the two, or at least if they're a doctor or a nurse practitioner, a lot of times they will have suggestions for if you have, it's say in my case, I had carpal tunnel, and after going and making sure that that's what it was that was going on with my hands, my nurse practitioner, who was my medical practitioner at the time, she said, you can have two choices. You can go and have surgery, or I've heard that acupuncture sometimes works for that. So I chose acupuncture. And after a year of going to acupuncture, yeah, it took a while, but I don't have the issues that I was having when I was before with my carpal tunnel. So the acupuncture was my way of being more holistic and not going and diving into the surgery route. Now, it may be different for you, but this was something for me, and it worked for me. And I really appreciate that holistic approach so that I could have a decision on whether or not I wanted to have surgery or if I wanted to go down a different road. And I did. Tarot readers or oracle card readers, and that can be just in like at a psychic fair or even on the telephone or through the internet as a psychic advisor. You can use your tarot cards or your oracle cards, and you can use those in a spiritual business as well. Whether you work with chakras, whether you work with more earth-based elements, whether that is crystals or gems or stones, or maybe you work with sage. Maybe you are an energy clearer and your main tool is sage. Anything that encompasses working with earth type elements, you can benefit from learning as well. Reiki, and this is all forms of Reiki. It doesn't have to be Reiki master. You can just be a Reiki 1 practitioner, and this works as well. So, other modalities with those types of spiritual businesses, what you can do is if you're finding that it's hard to bring people in. Maybe you're needing to have other modalities, or maybe you're feeling like you want to add more in your business. So other modalities can come up. So other modalities would be if you're pretty much you lean on your oracle cards for interpretation on guidance for a client. Maybe you want to learn more about the tarot or vice versa. Learning more about a different kind of oracle system such as or divination system such as the oracle cards, the tarot cards, even scrying, or maybe using pendulum work, or you can even use the runes if you have rune deck, whether that is on little rock pieces or card deck. You can use these as other modalities and you can add on to the services that you give. Also, if you're a Reiki practitioner, did you know that there's other forms of Reiki that you could offer? Once you get into the Reiki 3 as a master teacher, you may be feeling like you want to expand. Maybe there's more. Maybe you feel like there's more, but you love Reiki and you want to use that as your core. There are others. That's Karuna Ki. You've probably heard of that. Crystal Reiki, Atlantean and Lemurian Reiki, and mystical shamanic Reiki. There's so many different, some people just call it magical Reiki. Some people have other terms, but you can look up other Reiki modalities and you'll probably get a wealth of information on Reiki itself. So, if you are feeling like you want to expand your business, or maybe you're just feeling kind of stagnant and you want to just liven it up a little bit, if you take other classes, courses, or even certifications, that actually a lot of times will help to expand your business. You get to add more things in, and certain people will be drawn to that. Just make sure to take classes that you're really in tune with, classes that you may be passionate about, because when you're passionate and you share that passion, you are creating that energy that is flowing out there, and that draws people in as well. This could be animal communicating, it could be just sitting there learning extra bits and pieces about the modality that you use in your business as well. Always, always remember to never stop learning. This is something that will keep you relevant and will help you to, if there's new these, those, or that's, offer those things up as well in your business. So ways in which that you can get out there. Some of the best ways are social media, having a website and a newsletter, and similar things like that. This is key and core because that is where everything is at. You may have a brick and mortar business, but to reach other people, say people are thinking about coming into your area, having a website or just a social media presence will actually help people to see that you're in those locations and they can make a stop by your store. But having the social media, website, newsletter, if you're solely online, is very beneficial for so many different reasons. You can have a blog or a vlog on your website. You can create a list and deliver a newsletter either every month or more often. And especially if you sell product, you can have sales and new advertising for new classes, courses, or products that you're selling. And with social media, you can share a bit about yourself. The more that you put yourself into your business, the more people will be drawn to you. Just like when you make friends, this is how social media works. A lot of times they'll just be drawn to your energy. And that's how you create that reciprocal, here's my energy, and you can give me some of your energy too. Hashtags. When you are creating blog posts or maybe post on social media, hashtags are huge. You'll probably see them everywhere. The thing about hashtags, which I find really fun, is that I've started creating each month in my newsletter and observances, either daily, weekly, monthly, things that happen throughout the month that we can observe, that we can have a fun time with. Not just things that I'm doing or some of my collaborators are doing, but also just what kind of things are happening during the month, like Black Cat Month or Adoption Day in a month. So creating those hashtags when you're putting them on social media, especially if you share your newsletter on social media, you can create these hashtags with Pi Day or Umbrella Day, whatever it is that you want to put in for a hashtag. Especially on Instagram, I've noticed that people will look for specific hashtags and they kind of collaborate with other people with these different hashtags because you have something in common. You are promoting this particular day or this particular month or this holiday. So it's very interesting how hashtags have just really just gone crazy, but they're a lot of fun to use. And if you use them, you'll find that you'll get more people looking at your posts or your little tidbits. Just create those hashtags. They're a lot of fun. Webinars, lives, YouTubes, and podcasts. They are a wonderful way to get your name, your brand, your business out there and what it is that you do. When you put that effort out into the world, especially if if people can see you, they have kind of an instant connection. They can look into your eyes and it's as if you're talking directly to them. And so that creates that beautiful feeling like they are connecting with you. They know who you are because maybe you put out, instead of a blog post, you put out a vlog, or maybe you do lives every week or month on certain topics. YouTube videos, you can create the video and put it up on YouTube, or even if you just create a podcast, that information gets out there and more people can listen to it or even view it. JV giveaways. These are very interesting. I didn't participate, especially at first, with JV giveaways, just because I didn't really know what they were. I kind of knew what they were because the JV stands for joint venture, and it's almost like a collaboration of people that come together to offer something. And in my case, what it is there's a lot of people in the spiritual business community. You may know that, but if you don't, you're going to find out there's a lot of people that have spirit-based businesses. And a lot of these JV giveaways, these joint venture giveaways, what it is a collaboration of people coming together that offer free gifts. And the free gift, if you have a website and you want people to sign up for your newsletter, say, they can receive a gift, and it's called an opt-in gift. If they opt in to give give you their email address, which is a beautiful statement that they trust you. So never take that for granted. So if they do that, then they get a little gift, whether that is a checklist or a challenge or a meditation or anything. You can offer that when they sign up for your newsletter on your website or somewhere else. Then that is something that they get. In this case, what happens is a lot of people that have these websites or even just a grab screen where people can go on and just sign up for newsletter and receive their opt-in gift. They're all on in this one giveaway. And in this case here, we're talking about the Your Divine Biz Gifts. So this is a bunch of people that have divine businesses or spirit-based businesses, or that just want to tap into that category maybe of type of business. And they create this giveaway system and they promote it so that other people, other tribes, or other people in their tribes or in their circle are able to get to this place, this other website with all of these different collaborative spirit-based businesses, and get a whole bunch of gifts. And it is wonderful to increase your own list and to help others as well to get their lists that just grow and grow, and you're able to connect with those people in a really wonderful way. Collaborations and networking. It is amazing what is out there to do on just the internet. Now, you've probably heard of business networking, and a lot of people do that as well. I had a friend who had a Reiki business, and she actually loved going to the women's networking group. I tried it. That's just not me. So I felt uncomfortable, and it just wasn't something that I really liked doing. So instead of sending my energy out into something I really didn't like doing, I network and collaborate online. And it's interesting the processes that you can do. There's idea exchanges, there's challenges, there's masterminds. And the ones that I've been involved in have helped me grow my business as well. One of the first things that I did in collaborating was I collaborated in a book program. A bunch of people got together to create this book. It's called 365 Days of Angel Prayers. And each person purchased a page or multiple pages and wrote something. And then you got into this book with other beautiful beings that wrote something as well, had prayers and meditations and all sorts of things. And so with that, we actually became bestsellers on Amazon and promoted the book to so many different people. It was a lot of fun to go through the whole process. You can do this collaboration on books, journals, it's so many different things. And just like we were talking with JV giveaways, you can do the same thing. And working with others to promote your business or to help promote their business as well is such a beautiful offering. It's just wonderful, and it really raises the energy as well. So, if you have thought about going out on your own and do a solo book, journal, workbook, or just a product, say you do create candles and that's your product and you do it by yourself. That's wonderful. Think about adding something to that. Maybe for those people that are trying to get into business themselves, maybe add different recipes or different scents that you like to put in your candles. Maybe create a book about how you do it, or write a journal on different candles and different times when you can light a candle and what maybe the symbolism is for those. You can also create a workbook. Workbooks are wonderful, especially if you have a product, a book, or a journal that is already out there. Workbooks that just complement those are wonderful to have because it helps people really kind of tap into your product, your book, your journal, and really get more out of it for themselves on a personal basis. And when they do that, they feel doubly connected to you because you may have helped them open up a part of themselves that was lying dormant. And so that is a beautiful thing to offer. Try recording meditations, hypnosis sessions, guided journeys, etc. The sky is truly the limit on this, because if you have a book or a journal, even a workbook or a product, you can speak about this and create either a podcast or a blog and put that in there. Or if you have a book, then you can record it and create an audiobook for that. It's really interesting. So many different ways. The book that I've written is an interactive book. It's kind of like a book, journal, and workbook all put together. And with that, it's going to have a physical book. But the main thing that I'm really envisioning is this Kindle format, so that it can go out and people that purchase it on Amazon can go to these different links and really kind of tap into different aspects of parts of the book, whether that's a blog or a vlog or a meditation, or maybe it is a craft. There's so many different things that I have planned for this book, and it is taking up a lot of time. I had hoped it was going to be out this year, but I'm really looking at the first quarter of 2020. So I'm hoping it comes out then, but it's huge. And so, at least for me, it is. And so, by doing something like that, you are able to reach more people, and you're able to reach people in a different way. As in blogs and vlogs, this is a visual thing and a reading thing, whereas with meditations and podcasts, it's a hearing thing and it's an auditory thing. And when you can combine all of those things, all of those ways in which people learn, more and more people can feel comfortable purchasing it, because they know that you're going to cover all the bases in which learning happens. You're going to be able to keep their attention for a lot longer of a period of time, and it just blossoms. It's amazing what you can do with that. Spirit, metaphysical, paranormal, and psychic fairs. These are ways in which you can actually, in person, get in front of people, and a big group of people, especially with these fairs that have been around for years. You can go there and you can actually offer your product or service and get people to come and see them. They're wonderful. Also, like we have markets downtown in our town of Bellingham. So you can rent a little table and a space, and you can actually take your wares or your services out there, whether that's chiropractic, acupuncture. I mean, you have to go by what your state and local restrictions are, but it is amazing what you can do when you just put yourself out there. It's scary, especially for those that are heart-centered, those people that are very sensitive. That's a lot of people coming around, but just know that when you're of service, people really appreciate that. It may not be for everybody. I haven't done a lot of that, but it is a beautiful way to put yourself out there. And there again, you are reaching different people. Personal appearances, speaking, and sessions. These are amazing ways to get out there. This is big, especially if there is an expo, a spirit expo. You may have those coming to your city or close by you. And if you've done a few things in your business, you can actually go out and try and get a space in a speaking gig at one of these expos. Or maybe it's a women's retreat. You can become a speaker for the women's retreat. So there's a lot of ways that you can actually get out there, collaborate with others, and then promote your business as well. Speaking is just another one of those that a lot of people get butterflies, they feel scared. I actually like speaking. I like going out and actually engaging in that way or teaching. Whereas I feel a little more uncomfortable sitting at a booth and just doing readings or selling product. That just makes me feel a little more anxious. But if I'm actually engaged in doing something like speaking, like doing sessions or making appearances or teaching, that feels more comfortable to me. It feels like energy's flowing. It just is. It's just, I know it's funny, but that just feels comfortable for me. Teach a course online or in person. Here again, it's almost like the speaking. Now, if you create a course online, that is a lot easier for a lot of people where you're not having to exchange that energy so much. You're not having a whole group of people out there that are staring at you or writing stuff down or learning in that capacity in your space. What you're doing is you're creating a course, recording it, and then putting it out on Udemy, Skillshare, your own academy or school, or somewhere else, a membership site maybe. So that's one way to do it. Now, if you create courses and you teach them in person, oh my gosh, if you have someone, or maybe you just set up a camera and record yourself doing that, that's wonderful too. And that's something that you can promote as well, is that we're going to be recording this. So, feel free to come and I'd love for you to be in it. So please show up and while I'm teaching this course, and it creates that collaborative atmosphere as well. Like people are there to see you succeed and want you to succeed, and so they're there happy to do it for you. So it's really fun to be able to do that as well. But even if you just teach in person, it's amazing, and it's amazing the reciprocity that happens, the energy flow of giving and receiving. Even if you're the one teaching, the receiving of which a teacher gets from that is just amazing. Being able to share your space with others also, it's a beautiful way to expand your business. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about is a big one. Some people feel a little overwhelmed by doing these, but let me tell you, it is so much fun and so rewarding. If you have enough stuff out there, or even if you don't have enough stuff, but you are so passionate about having a school or academy or a Facebook group for people in your tribe or people that are in your circle, or just a membership site on your website, it is amazing being in that role. It's a huge leadership role, but the people that come into your sphere with this are people that are like-minded, and the collaboration that happens in this way as well really helps your business expand, because then it's not just solely on you to be doing everything. Once it gets to a certain size, it's like everybody helps everybody, and it's just a beautiful thing, especially with spirit-based, because spirit-based businesses, if you're open to having a lot of people and a lot of different ideas, then this is a beautiful way to get ideas on not only what you offer, but other people in your space, in your sphere, in your circle, in your tribe are going to be able to reap those rewards as well. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful collaborative way to do it. And I so highly recommend it if you're very passionate about teaching and about offering what you know to other people. And I know you know stuff. Everybody does. All right. Wonderful. I hope I've given you some new ideas on how you can expand your spirit-based business, your spiritual business, your metaphysical business, your new age business, or anything and everything that is surrounding that. I hope I've given you a few ideas, because there are a ton of things out there, and it grows and grows every day. things grow, people, ideas, things change, and I try and stay connected with that change because I love change. I love learning, and I want to share that with everyone else. So I'm just offering this up for you too. All right, you take care. Have a wonderful week. And as always, I'm sending you and yours love, light, and eternal blessings. Take care.